My name is Brian Pereira. My year is 2024, and my major is criminal justice. I don't play a sport. I run a sport. I run track and field. The reason I started running track is actually a funny story. My mom made me decide between two things, either working or running track. And at the time, I didn't want to work, so I decided to run track. So that's why I started running, because of my mom. Track was a nice experience in middle school, starting to run and everything, and running really fast the first day of practice, but not knowing that I'm not supposed to go on a full-out sprint on your first one. But in high school, I feel like it was more of getting ready for college to run, because I was one of the fastest kids on the team, but I also kind of wasn't. And we ended up winning the section, I believe, my junior year, but we couldn't win in our senior year because of COVID. But other than that, we had a really good team. So I think it'd have to be when we went to F&M. It was a winter track meet, and it was the 4x2, and it was my friend Bert who was leading the race, and he got us in a good spot, and then he handed it off to my friend Joey, which he kind of lost the spot. He got down into third or fourth, and Bert got us in the first, and then he handed it off to my friend Kyle, and he got us back into second. And then he got it to me, and I was in second, and I was really nervous, but as soon as this guy took off, I got it, and I was right behind him, and I knew I was going to catch up to him. And at the last 100 meters, I actually caught up to him and ended up beating him to win the race. I think it would have to been last year when I ran with my friend John. He was just really influential to me because we were the same major, and we ran the same events, and he's just really fast person, and I just really looked up to him. I think it'd have to be AJ Morales. He was a good friend of mine, which we also played soccer together, but he was just a guy who just didn't give up as much as he wanted to, as much as you could just tell, he didn't want to keep running. He just kept pushing, and I'd always ask him for advice when I have to run a 400, which I hated running, and he knew how to run, so I'd always have to ask him how to run it, and in the end, it would work. So I think he'd have to be my biggest influence. I think what made me want to come to York is it's such a small campus compared to other campuses. I visited Penn State, and I just didn't like that it was way too big. I like something really small and, something close-knit so I can make closer friends. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. There's the days where you don't want to run a 400 5 times at a fast pace, but then at the same time, it's I love the family that I've made within track, so ultimately I don't regret it. Don't give up. I know as much as you want to give up, just don't. In the end, I feel like it's worth it. You'll make a lot of good memories, a lot of good friends, and you'll make a new family within track.